I think that people in the community need to know that places like this exist. We Can Ride was founded in 1982 and started with 4 horses and I think 11 clients. And there was a need in the community. We were the first therapeutic riding program in Minnesota. And so We Can Ride's mission is to improve the lives of individuals with special needs and disabilities with equine-assisted activities. It's so great to see how We Can Ride has impacted individuals, not only here and while they're in the arena and while they're being helped, but it's amazing to see how it affects folks in their everyday life. The horse gives us a sense of where its center is on our body. And so because that gets stronger, then we're able to do things like hand-eye coordination. We're able to cross midline with our hands. And all those things are important in development. There's also some other physical things that happen when you're on a horse. Because you're moving in space, your body has to right itself and stay in the middle. So that core strength gets stronger. The legs get stronger because they are astride a horse. And those muscles are working even though they're not bearing a lot of weight.
There are a lot of things I can get people to do on the back of a horse that I cannot get them to do in a clinic setting. I cannot move a therapy ball in a clinic setting the way a horse moves. The horse's pelvis moves at the same positions that a human pelvis moves. So it really mimics a human walk in a different way. It's up and down, it's side to side in its rotation.
There's also the cognitive benefits when using both of your sides of your body at the same time. And there's research out there that shows that more neurons fire in our brain when you're using both sides of your body at the same time. When you're on the horse, that automatically happens. So we work on things depending on the client. We work on things like numbers and colors, problem solving, memorization, and they're able to retain that a little better because they are using both sides of the body at the same time. And it's natural. They're not out there marching and trying to do it. They're sitting on the horse and the horse is helping them use both the sides of the body.
When you are around a horse, there's this great sense of presence. It's a large animal. So you have to be very clear in what you want, and you have to ask very clear. You have to have good boundaries. So it's teaching people a lot of different things. When you're on a horse or when you're with a horse, you're not thinking about your bills, or you're not thinking about school or if people bully you. You're not thinking about anything else but about being in the moment, which I think everybody struggles with in life.
Emotional and social, to me, that is the most obvious area where we see a lot of benefits, but it's also the hardest to measure and it's the hardest to predict too. When you have, you don't have a lot of control of other areas in your life, like some of our clients, being able to control a 1,000-pound animal and tell the horse where to go, it's a huge self-esteem boost and helps with confidence.
So I've ridden with other therapeutic horseback riding programs 20-some years. And while they were great at, especially when I was younger, I think as I grew older, I wanted to focus on, the skills of riding a horse. I wanted to be a horseback rider, not just someone that had a disability and they used a horse as a way of therapy. And so when I came to We Can Ride, they really focused on the skills of horseback riding. Working on those skills was really helpful to boost my confidence in being an actual horseback rider rather than just another therapy appointment. Physical therapy is one of those things that gets to be really hard and you kind of dread it at times, but you pull a horse into it and it's fun, it's exciting, and you're developing a relationship with the horse, and again, you feel like you're doing something other than therapy.
We're more than just a fun place to go with horses. Although we are that, we are making a difference in the community. The horses, the staff, the volunteers that work with the clients. It's kind of like the ripple effect. We help this one client be able to, cross midline, and that's just the first step. The volunteer sees that as a big deal, and they help, they help other people in their community, or the parent gets excited about, you know, this form of therapy or this activity that's helping them, and they do more.
I think when I started, I thought, you know, I want to help people. But now that I've been here a while, I really see how it is changing people's lives.
Having a disability is challenging. It affects my daily life all day, every day, and it affects the way I do most things. But the one thing is that I get on Griffin, and I don't have a disability. I am just riding a horse.
It just is so amazing to see that what goes on, just the silent bond that can happen is so therapeutic. For a therapist, you have to have that personality to work with someone, to have a really good therapeutic relationship, to make things happen. And sometimes I just have to say, it's not so much work when someone comes in with the horse. They just kind of come in, and it's just so natural, the work that they can do together.
Growing up for me, horses were my everything, and I just find that they will meet you wherever you're at in life, and they will give whatever they can, you know, so much that I think as humans we can learn from that, you know. I feel like we give them a great life, right? But they don't have to be kind back. They don't have to love us back, but there's this magical thing that happens, you know, when you have a relationship with a horse. And you can really just feel their capacity for love is so unique that I hope that someday we can learn from horses.